Hey, what's up, my Blazer Nation? How you doing? It's your boy Just Blaze. Yeah, I'm back. What I have for you today is barbecue chicken, mashed potatoes, and sweet peas, and rotini salad. Let me show you. Okay, I'm gonna get it in, and then I'm gonna have some conversation for you guys. Okay, hope y'all can see it. Let me do it one more time. The rotini salad, rotini noodles. I have mushrooms, broccoli, tomatoes, celery, and I also have what is it? Cucumbers. Okay. Get it in for you guys right now. Put this right here. I'm gonna have a conversation. Get a little deep with you guys, but it involve my family, my kids. Show you one more time. Good. Let's get it in. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Forgot Sam and Grace. I would like to thank the Almighty up there, up above, for giving me health, giving me the strength every day to wake up, giving my family the strength every day to wake up, giving them health, watching over me, my kids, my whole entire family, giving us food, giving us a place to stay, somewhere warm, and let's get it in. I want to talk about family today because someone asked me a question. At first, I didn't know how to answer it, and then I was like, all right. One of my boys kept asking me questions. So then in my mind, I kind of knew what he was saying. I was waiting for him to say it. Because when it happened to me, I was like, I asked the same exact questions. So he said, how does it feel to have kids? You know, and what did I have to go through with my baby mother when she was pregnant? So then when he said that, I just looked at him. I said, say that again? He said, when your shorty was pregnant, your lady, what did you have to go through? And how did you feel when you had kids? So I just looked at him. You having a kid? So then he said, how'd you know? I said, dude, all guys that are having kids ask another person that has kids, how does it feel? Especially when you never had kids before. Like, you know. So I just looked at him. I said, you really having kids? He said, yeah. You ever really have kids? He's like, yeah. So I was like, wow, congratulations. Then he was like looking at me and he's like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. So I said, it's gonna be cool, bro. He said, how you figure that? I said, dude, as long as you want the kid, you're gonna be a good dad. I said, if you one of them dudes that already started off saying you don't want the kid, you might just be an a-hole of a dad. He said, for real? I said, for real. I told him, most people I know that didn't want kids, they act like assholes and a-holes when they have kids. I said, guys, they don't mind having a kid. They're like probably the best dads there is, and they don't even know it. I said the only thing that would probably stress you out, and not even in a bad way, is while she's pregnant and the baby's being grown in her stomach. I said it'll turn first. It'll go from what you want me to do what you want me to do what to okay like it's gonna turn into that's like when you have a job. It goes from damn I gotta wake up at this time in the morning to it's a routine after a while. It's a routine. So he said, "What do you mean?" And then I was like, "I remember when my baby mom was pregnant." So then he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." I still remember to this day. I said, "And you will too." That's how you figure. I said, "I remember when she first got pregnant, stomach started getting bigger and bigger, and then she would have cravings." And at first, to me, I thought they were just the weirdest cravings in the world. I really did. And then after a while, the weirdest part is the dads, I mean the fathers, if you're actually around your woman, you start craving the same exact thing she's craving. And then that turns into some kind of bond you guys have. A funny bond too. Because you can't even explain why you're craving it. He said, "For real?" I said, "For real." He said, "Like, give me an example." I said, "Okay." I remember, I said to him, I remember she would wake me up like 1 in the morning, or 2 in the morning, or 3 in the morning. She was like, "Yo, just. And I would wake up. The first time she like probably did that, I was like, I wake up, "What? Could you go to the store for me?" I was like, "What?" And like, when I'm a little sleepy, you want me to go to the store for you? For what? And she would say crazy stuff. Can you give me salt and pepper chips, ice cream, and pickle? I was like, "What?" I was like, "Say that again." Or she would ask for like garlic chips or like something in that nature. Onion chips, garlic chips, salt and pepper chips. It was one of those three. It was always one of those three too. And she would say, "Could you get me a pickle?" The pickles that used to come in the bag and you buy it from the store. The pickle in the bag. And you buy it from the store. And she would eat the pickle with the ice cream. And with the chips too, like whatever. And I didn't look at her like, "What? You want me to get that? You crazy? At this time of night?" You know, like the first couple of times you're like, "Oh my God, are you for real?" And then the crazy part is, you know, now she can't sleep, and I can't sleep. Because I'm like, I don't feel like going to sleep, and then she's just gonna wake me up again. So now I'm just gonna wait for her to fall asleep. And then Dave would say something crazy like, "Can you put my feet?" Or it would say, she would say, "My back is hurting." And then I kind of figured, yeah, your back is hurting because you got like a turkey in your stomach. You got turkey in your stomach. And then the crazy part is, give it a take like a week or two, depending upon the kind of person you are. Like she was like, "Yo, try it," and she would give me it, and I go. Probably the first couple times you're like, and then after a while, she would do it again. Wake me up. I'd go to the store, and then I find myself buying the same thing, which was crazy to me. I'd find myself buying the same exact thing, and I'm eating it too. And then I'm thinking to myself, when did this happen? When did I start eating this? And then, like one of those days went by. She said, "See, I told you it was good." And then I'll have like older family members to say, for some weird reason, guys take on the cravings of what they girl got. And I'm like, for real? No. They're like, look at you now. And I was like, I guess it's true. And little by little, I started liking everything she would eat. Everything except pork. I still don't eat pork. But I started liking everything she ate. And then I was like, wow, that's a drastic change right there. Yo, everything changed after that. I remember I went from I'll go to bed and sleep, and she'd still be up. And then after that, little by little, okay, she's laying down because her stomach's hurting. How many times she was like, hold me? I'm like, what? For what? I'm watching TV or like Comic View or something like that. And then she was like, yeah, my stomach, my stomach. So then I find myself, as we're sleeping, like her stomach's hurting. So she like, and then I would just turn over and put my arm over her stomach, like, holding her stomach. Like you clutch your girl and just go to sleep. And I'm like you're spooning her, you're sleeping, and she's like on me too. I'm just holding her, like holding her stomach while she's sleeping. Big stomach and everything. But and then I went from her asking me to hold her stomach to I can't sleep unless I'm holding her stomach. And then it just became a routine to me. Like I really couldn't sleep unless I held her stomach. At all. At all. I still even now get like flashbacks of that. I couldn't sleep unless I'm holding her stomach. And then funny, dudes, each dude is different, but then I remember one time me and her was sleeping. And then I just jumped up out of nowhere. She said, what? I said, oh my God, the baby grabbed my hand. Baby grabbed my finger. The baby grabbed my finger. My firstborn, Naya. She said, what? I said, the baby grabbed my finger. She said, are you serious? You crazy or something? I said, I'm not joking. And then she just got up and I put my hand back there again. And then you feel the baby moving. And then she made a joke. She said, the baby probably kicking your hand. I said, I don't know, but I felt like the baby grabbed a finger. Like, not literally grabbed my finger, but it felt like I don't know if you ever seen the movies where it looked like something's trying to come through the wall and the wall is stretching. And it felt like no real talk. I'm like this holding her side, sleeping like this because she can only sleep on her side. She can't sleep on her back because it hurt. And she can't sleep on her stomach, so she only could sleep on her side on either way. So I'd be holding her either that way or that way. And this time I'm holding her like this. And all I feel is like something attempt to grab my hand. I was like, oh. And I'm mid-sleep, the baby grabbed my finger. The baby tried to grab my finger. And then as she got up, and she started feeling the baby moving. And then after a while, when I started holding her stomach, the baby would move. Like we'd be in mid-sleep, baby would move. And then she was like, wow. And then she was shocked after that too. So then little by little, you just start getting used to all of that stuff. And you start to just like it. You understand? And then you go from a dude that just really didn't care about nothing to, even when she left the house and she's pregnant, she come back in the house, I'm like, where were you? She's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, you pregnant, man. I don't know what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And then she'd be like, well, then you should have came with me. And I'm like, I'm like, sometimes you feel like it looks like you just want to do things yourself. She was like, did you ask me? And I was like, wow. And then in my mind, she's right. She's right. I didn't. And I was like, and I'd be like, well, I never really asked anything because she was kind of tomboy. She would do it for herself. But if I'd have asked her, come to find out, she wanted me to go. Or she needed my help because her stomach was hurting or something like that. So then I just stopped asking her and just started going with her. Even when the babies were born, one by one, I got a different feeling from each of them. And then even when I was in when my firstborn was born, I was in the hospital right there at the bed, watching it come out and everything. First man that held her, my mom was there too, for the first and the last ones, the two girls. I'm mad I wasn't there for my son. You know. So then, after she gave she did the pregnancy thing. Oh, that was the funniest part, cause she was like so strong, but then when she's like giving birth, she's like, oh, oh, and they're like, I'm like, push, I'm like, push. That's what, and the doctors and the push, push. She's like, I can't. I said, move. To the nurse, I said, move, move. I said, oh, you gangster all the time. I said, come on, push. I like, come on. She's like, oh. I said, come on. I said, I know you. Come push. And it is exactly went like that. And the nurse was like, you gotta chill. And then she's like, no, it's okay. And then she's like, oh. And then the nurses looked and was like, damn. And then she looked at me. And then my mom was like at the corner like, what the? And I'm like, yo, we got like a special connection. Like, y'all don't know. She probably telling me the same thing if it was vice versa. Oh, you always acting like you nothing bothers you. Push, and like I'm saying the same thing that we would each say to each other. And like the nurses was looking at me, and the doctor looked up like, huh? And then he's like, all right, almost there, push. And I'm like, come on. Every other time you gangster, push. And she's like, all right. I'm pushing to shut you up. Baby comes out. They take the baby to the side to clean him up and everything. Now the afterbirth gotta come out. As soon as that came out, I was like, oh! And I'm hungry? Not anymore. Not anymore. You look inside that bag. I mean, you looking at that bag, and then you could like see through the bag of what came out, and I'm like, oh, no. It was like stew beef that you probably buy the can, watered down, and then different colors and stuff. And I'm like, oh, got the umbilical cord and everything. Now they had that what they give them. They shove like a long needle down their back, and they like the drip or something, so they really not supposed to feel pain, but whatever. That ain't work. That ain't work at all. So then the doctor is pulling it out of her, and he's really aggressive. Like he's like, and I'm like, what the hell? And she's like, ow. Now I get really impatient. I was like, yo, you don't know what you're doing? What the hell? Cause it feels like every time she says ow, I'm like feeling the pain too, and I'm like shaking like this is my baby. Like what the? I don't know what you're doing. So the nurse looked at me, Dad, calm down. You said you was good all the time. You said you did a good job. Calm down. You said, doctor, and it's a woman. What's the name? She said, doctor, I got this. And she's looking at me because she knows like I'm little by little, my blood is boiling. She pulled it up nice and easy. And I'm like, yo, I said it really out loud too. How come you're the doctor and she's just the nurse and she just slid it straight out and you supposed to be like professional? You make more than her. I know that. And then she's like, the nurse again, Dad, you did good so far. And then my mom was like, just calm down. And that my mom that's how she talked to me. Calm down, just calm. I'm like, all right. Everything's said and done. Baby's good. We let the little family one. Oh, kid, whatever. She's holding the baby. She's all happy. And like, I don't know if this happens to every female, but then she was just like tired right after that. And then me and my moms are like, aren't you the kid? Like, oh, because after like I get to hold the kid like once, and then they have to go put the kid away. My mom's holds over too. Then you know they go take him to the next room or whatever. That's just one kid now. With my daughter, the second daughter, but she's the third one. It wasn't that much work like that. Like I still had to be like, yo, come on, you can push, you got it. But then it wasn't like she didn't go through all that extra stuff like she did for the first one. But she still went through pain. I wasn't there for my son. But I was telling him, yo, one by one, if you have kids, they just become your best friend. And he's like, for real? I said, dead serious. And I was like, I'll show you. So there was times my baby mother had to go out and do stuff. So I had to have the kid. And the kid was still a baby. And I'll be around my friends. I wear big jackets all the time. It was back then where everybody's baggy clothes and stuff like that. So I'd literally have like some big jacket on. A Jets jacket, something big and puffy. Or the D-Lo jacket. Or something big. The Wu-Tang jacket. Red jackets. And the weird part is like, you wouldn't even think a guy would be doing this, but you know the straps that they have for the kids and you put it on? I would literally get dressed. I'm gonna go walk to the store or something like that. And I'm with the kid and I can't leave the baby in the house. I put my daughter Janaya inside the carrier. With clothes and everything on. Strap her up tight because I'm really paranoid. I don't want nothing to happen. Then I put my jacket on. I put my jacket on and I zip it up. Walking down the street. I'd bump into one of my friends. Hey, what up, Just Black? I'd be like, what's up? I'm talking, chilling. As we're talking, man, they'd be like, what? What the? They go like this. Where that come from? Where that come from? And I would just like zip down the jacket. They're like, oh, what the hell? That kid was there the whole time. And then after that, just like my homeboy Andrew, he'd be like, yo, Just, you had that kid there the whole time? And he'd be with one of his shorties. And they'd be like, oh, man, don't carry kids like that. I said, I'm not leaving her nowhere. Like, I'm not going nowhere without her. Like, she's like ID. You ain't going nowhere without your ID. I ain't going nowhere without her. We went everywhere together when she was a baby, up until, like, the kid. And when she was a kid. Like, after that, when she was, like, really ready, like, walking and, like, going to school and stuff, her grandmother wanted her all the time. I was just with her all the time. And she even seen a couple of stuff she probably should not have. Because she, like, kind of grew up with me when she was a baby. And her mom sometimes too, but her mom was busy. Like, she, want to go back to work. She want to do this. She want to finish this. She want to do that. She visited all her family and stuff. And she's still tired. So I really had her all the time. And she just became like my friend. I remember I would take her on the block, Wyona. She'd be chilling with my friends. They playing CeeLo or something like that. Now she like walking and talking and stuff. You got her hair braided and stuff. And then my homeboy Andrew, like, she'd be on the porch and we'd be, outside the gate. And like stuff would be going on and she'd be like just watching. She ain't like doing anything else. Even if the kids are around, like 5, 6, 7. Real talk, like 5, 6, 7. Probably 8. I mean, throughout those years, she's sitting there chilling with me, right? Like, I'm right there. She's like, all right, I'm not far at all. Like, that's the porch right there where the steps are. And I'm outside the gate. She'll walk up and down the steps and stuff. And then, like, when something pop off, like, they playing CeeLo, Somebody want to fight because they betting without money, and she be like this. She just watching. One day, my boy Andrew was like, "Yeah, your daughter's crazy smart." I was like, "Why?" Like she went from like watching something else, and as soon as something popped up, she's really looking like this, and she's like climbing up on the porch part where you put the plants, and she's just looking like this. She wants to see the action, eyes all bright, she like that. And my boy was like, "Damn." I was like, "Mm-hmm." And then she just grew up with me. I remember we used to go take the Greyhound bus sometimes to go check her mom's. I have her on my arms. I have her on my shoulders or I have her on my arms because we have like long walks to do after we get out the Greyhound bus. I'd have a suitcase in my hand. I'd have her literally on my shoulders and a suitcase in my hand. Even when I'm on like the bus, we taking the bus, I gotta change her and stuff like that. It's a long ride, diapers or whatever. The females will be looking at me like, oh. And then, oh man, little by little, like, she started growing up, started making friends. I remember when my son was born. Baby, you could have leave him in a spot and he wouldn't fly out that spot. And he would just come to me. I remember one time he was in the house with his moms and everybody. I remember he was in strollers. We can't even leave him anywhere. We had to put him in the walkers. I remember he was on couches and he would slide down off the couch. He'd just slide down, boop, and then just start crawling over to us. And for each kid that was a baby, I'd give them chips. I'd just give them chips. And their moms would be like, "You always giving them chips." And I like, yeah, and each of them like a certain chip. Each of them liked a certain chip. I kid you not. Janiyah was garlic chips. Marcel was onion chips. Talasia was Doritos. And what was the other one? I forgot what it is right now. The long orange chips. And then she liked the mixed bags with the chips, the pretzels, and everything else in it. I guess that's why she liked Takis now. But I remember Marcel. I'd be like in my man cave because there was a shed in the back and had the DJ equipment. I just blast music until I came inside and just went and chilled, watched cartoons with them, and then fall asleep. As soon as he started walking, and one time I'm blasting the music. He's not even one yet. But he's the age of, he's walking around, flying all around the place. Not even one yet. He's all over the place. Up the stairs, down the stairs, he's everywhere. I go in the back because, grandma and mom's there. My pops is there. I'm playing music, blasting it really loud. Playing all these music, playing reggae music, playing R&B music, playing everything. Playing Ludacris and Sierra. All I hear at the door. I'm like, am I hearing something? I low down the music. And I had mixers at the time, so I low down the music. I'm like, To the shadow window, so I look through the window. I don't see nobody. I'm hearing it again. I just open the door. I look around. Then I look down. I see my son staring right at me. I said, how the hell you get back here? I'm like, how the hell you get? I guess he like sneaked away from him. Walking, barely walking. Went straight to the backyard and found me. So then after that, I'm looking at him. I ain't get mad or nothing. I just pick him up. With a diaper on and everything. Bring him in the shed with me. I had a TV in the shed, VCR in the shed. I had the 2 speakers in the shed. I had the mixer, the amplifier, everything in the shed. I had a futon in the shed. Sometimes I wouldn't even go in the house. I would just fall asleep watching Netflix and everything. I was watching Netflix from the Wii. That way I bought my daughter because now she's older than them. So I'm just watching Netflix and everything like that. And we just in the back chilling. I got covers, pillows and stuff. And my mom's was like, I'm hearing I'm in the shed. Marcel, Marcel, Marcel. And I hear my mom, Marcel, 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 Marcel. I hear my dad, Marcel, Marcel, Marcel. And my baby mom's come to the back. Boom, 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 boom. Where's Marcel? I think he's with me right here. She like, when did he come back here? I said, wow. he like, he stumbled back here. I brought him in the shade. She said, you could have told us. I said, I thought you kind of like sent him back here. You know, like, I thought she like looked at him go back here, and then it's closed back the door when I opened the door. You know, like on some, hey, whatever. Nope. Don't even know he went back there. And we had that routine. Up until him being old now. Chill with him. Yo, and every single kid, I watch TV with them. My daughter, she had me watching the craziest stuff. I don't want to say the names of the stuff because I want this video to come out. But she had me watching all these kid stuff. Like real talk. My son too, cartoons and all. I just started watching it with them. I'd come in after a while, is it on yet? It's about to come on. And I just start watching it with them. I'm gonna go get some food with both of us, or get some chips. Or whichever kid, I would just do that then. And then my boy is like, word? I was like, yeah. They're turning into your best buddy. It went to a point from, my people used to call me, what you doing right now? Chilling with my kids watching cartoon. I'm watching TV. I'm watching some superhero thing or something like that. I'm not going to name the name of the show, but I'm going to describe it. I'm watching this girl who comes from a singing family. She's a rock star at night, and during the day, she's some country chick. Everybody that knows what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say the name of the show. Or I'm not going to say the name of the show. Each and every one of these kids like watching this superhero show where there's 5 people and they all wear different colors and they transform into these superheroes. And they all had their own robots. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Each and every one of them, at the different ages that they are, all had, and that show came on every year, and they always like used new people. And they all, for some weird reason, liked the show. Kid you not, my youngest, she's kind of like a grown person in her own self. I call my son Little Daddy, and I call my youngest daughter Big Mama. They all got the characteristics of it. My little son always wants to protect his youngest daughter. His youngest sister. And my youngest, she's sitting there like, now that she's like older, not that old. She's like, Marcel, you want something from the kitchen? She going in the kitchen fixing up stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Using the microwave. I'm like, yo, I don't know how I feel about her using the microwave right now. I'm like, yo, I'm kind of nervous. My mom, let it be. She knows what she's doing. She's like, I want my kids to be independent. I feel you and all that, but I don't want them getting burnt or anything like that. I don't want the food to be too hot and burn them or something like that. My oldest daughter, after a while, she went from being protected for the 2 of them, to she started going to school. And I was like, I got friends, I ain't got time for this. But she'll still make time, like, she'll still watch them. Like, if she's around, she ain't gonna let them do nothing crazy. At the same time, now she's on the phone, this and that. Now, she's older. She ain't got time for me. But they all got their own little independent something. I said, and you gonna love that about them. He was like, for real? So yeah. And then I'm like, yo, if your kids ain't around you, you're gonna go mad. He's like, you serious? I said, yo, you ain't gonna be able to sleep. You wanna know where they are. You wanna know if they're okay. Even if they're in school. You wanna make sure they didn't come back home with any scratches or bruises. I was always checking each of these kids when they came home. Let me see something. Everybody always tried to, at each stage of one of my kids, somebody always try to bully them. I always got to check their body. Okay, okay. And I was that parent. If something happened to them, I'd go up to the school real fast. I don't care. As soon as we come home, they probably not don't say nothing to me. And then when they do tell me something, I'm going right back to the school. Not tomorrow, today. I don't care if it's 2:59. I don't care if it's 3 o'clock. I don't care if it's 3:30. I'm going back. You want to fill out this report and stuff like? Yes, I do. You want to talk to the kid about it? Yes, I do. I'm seriously. I was that parent. And then my baby mother, babe, just you gotta chill out sometimes. The kids, I was like, no, I don't want my kids' feelings hurt, and I don't want them coming home with scars. Especially my son, the middle one. He's light skinned. Cause he has a mark on him or something like that. I don't want no one saying it was me or you or anybody else. Like, I want to know where it came from too. What the hell? Ugh. And then the more you chill with them, they become your friend. I mean, I ain't gonna say I lost friends over it, but they're like, damn, man, you never come out no more. And then guess what? When they get kids, now my kids are kind of older. Now when they're having kids, they're doing the same exact thing they used to tell me I'm bugging out about. Little by little, they become like part of you. Like you hurt when they hurt. If my kids cry, part of me is like dying. I'm like, damn. I'm like, oh, you all right? You all right? Come. All right, you good? You good? Even now, my daughter, the oldest one, teenager, she was like, tell me something. I'll drop everything. Like, what happened? Really? All right. And I'm thinking like what I'm gonna tell her, and I give her like little advice if she wants it. And she like, you think so? Yeah. I remember one time with a relationship. She broke up with somebody, and then I'm sitting there just talking to her like, I didn't even like them anyway. I straight up told her, I didn't even like them anyway. I didn't like. And I know I'm not supposed to say, I was like, I didn't like them anyway, but I didn't say anything. And she's like, I thought you did. I said, no. I pretended like I did because you like them. I said, but every time I didn't like them. And then I remember one time my mom did the same thing to me. She walked up to me, I don't like that person that she's with. And I was like, really? You're trying to tell her how to dress and such and such and such? I was like, yeah, now I don't like them either. Not because she don't like them. I don't, like, if my daughter's going outside half naked, I'm going to say something. But if I really don't say nothing to her, you ain't going to say nothing to her. I'm not even having that. Like, what the hell? I don't know. My youngest daughter is probably like more independent than the older one and the middle one. Depending upon what the situation is. Depending upon. Shoot, because I even remember, and then there's times when my older daughter became like the parent. What I mean is, I'd be like, I'm going to school. Somebody hit such and such, Marcel or Talasia. She'd be like, hold up, I'm coming. Hold up, I'm coming. Or I said, can you pick them up? I got to do this, I got to do that. I'm looking, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And she'll come back, Daddy, this kid tried to hit Marcel Talasia. Well, what happened? She said, the moms came. She said, no, I ain't having that. And then they thinking that she's the mom's. Because if you look at my daughter, she looks like she's grown. And this was before she was even 18. And that made me so proud. Like, you sticking up for your brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? And then Marcel, he did the same thing at school. If something was going on with Talasia, he'd be right there. And then they would tell me, he did such and such and such. I said, why? And then they would say, well, your daughter was getting picked on, so he came and he started screaming at the boy. And I was like, yeah, did you hear what you just told me? Someone's picking on my youngest daughter, and you're mad that her brother ran to the rescue? No, I don't think so. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. I don't know, one time that happened, and the teacher told me, I said, and I'm not mad. Got to the house, my pops was there. And Marcel's kind of like timid. I was like, you're not in trouble. So then, Apostle's like, what happened? So then, told him what happened. He said, good. He said, Marcel, you stick up for yourself. You stick up for your sister. You with his accent. You stick up for yourself and you stick up for your sister, you understand? I was like, you're not. And then I was like, you're not in trouble. Then he's like, you're not in trouble, you know. You're not in trouble. Then he just went. He said, what do you want to eat? And then he just got them something to eat. Just like that. Like, if he was mad, he would have just been like, nah, he would have like tried to say something. No, we was all proud of him. Like, nah, the whole time. I know we're not supposed to tell him that, but yo, that's your sister. Like, what the hell? No, no. She's short. His my middle one and my oldest one, they're tall. My youngest one, she's not. No, I can see how somebody would try to make her easy target. I ain't having that. Then he's like, word, my homeboy, word, word. He's like, all of this? I said, yeah, all of this. He said, so I'm like it then. I said, hell yeah, you are. Unless you don't want the kid in the first place, because if you don't, then you're gonna be kind of an a-hole. You're not really gonna care too much because you didn't want it in the first place. He's like, nah, I think I want it. And then I was like, really? He's like, yeah. And now he's like saying, what I want is. Now I'm like, okay, let me hear this. I want to make sure I have a boy first, and then I want a girl. I already know why he wanted that because every guy says the same thing. I said, why? He said, I want to make sure my son protects my daughter. And I was like, exactly. I said, but it could work either way. I said, look at my oldest daughter. She's protecting both of them. If anything happens to our brother, she's like, she's going to turn into a superhero in a heartbeat. Or an evil villain, whichever one you want to take it as, that she's going to be there. So he was like, word? I said, yeah. I said, the older one always is protective of the youngest one, regardless. I was like, damn, even up to now, me and my age, with my brother be like, what's wrong? Just, what's wrong? You sure? He go, Just, what's wrong? I'm like, chill out, man. Calm down. Calm down. I'm like, and he literally like, and he like, he be like, scratching his dress. What's wrong? I'm like, calm down, man. Like, and I'm a grown man. If I need your help, I'm gonna straight up tell you I need your help. Yeah, I was like, don't your brother do that? He was like, word. I said, see? I said, so you're gonna be good. I said, the only thing I can tell you is from experience, don't get mad at your shorty. I was like, it's the first kid? He was like, yeah. She might nag you, and you might be like, this is getting on my nerves. And then I was telling him, do not get mad at her, just calm down, relax. And if you feel like you can get mad, walk off. Or just explain it to her. Don't scream. Just like explain it to her. So she understands. And then he was like, and then like I'm telling him stuff that I did, and I'm telling him stuff I wish I did do. I'll be like, yo, and if she's talking, just listen to her. All right, whatever you want to do, you can do it right after. I said, just listen to him. Because half of the time, that's why the stuff I wish I did. I'd be like, yo, man, blah, 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 blah. And then little by little, as I got older, I was like, we arguing basically because I should have just like let her finish everything she was saying and then like say whatever I had to say. And then be like, you good? Yeah, yeah. And then just, you need anything else? No. And then just go back to what I'm doing. But because we're so busy wanting to do whatever it is we want to do, we kind of really don't care as much. But then when we're finished doing what we're doing, yo, bear, what you wanted? By that time, she's already pissed. And it could have been avoided if you'd have just been like, let me just listen to her right now. So later on, I don't got to go to bed by myself. Straight up. I don't got to go to bed by myself. And just like, it's a lot. Even like, okay, she's pregnant. Say, yo, don't go chilling with your homeboys and them. Don't. Wait until she like sleep, not sleep, like out the house, or she has to go to the hospital to get her checkups and stuff like that. That's the time when you do everything you need to do. And then keep your phone by you. She's pregnant. She might get hurt. Her back might hurt. She might fall down. Anything might happen. But the times that she's at the hospital and she says she's good, or like she probably got a family member that took her because they're spending time with her or something like that, that's when you go chill with somebody. Because you don't want to wait until she comes home and you look, yo, babe, I'm out. She's still going to help. The little time that you have to yourself, take it. Use it. Use it, use it, use it. My baby mom, sure enough, did. The times I'd probably have the kids, or they would go to my aunt's house. She doing whatever she want, because she know when the kids come back, we ain't got no time to ourselves. It's something you doing. Somebody's hungry. Somebody's doing this. Somebody doing that. Somebody needs attention. Kids is just like a girlfriend or a wife or a husband or a boyfriend. They need attention all the time. The only time they don't is when they're not there. And even then, you still got to give them attention. I remember there's times where my baby mom's will be like, I'm at the train station, I'm about here, come. And I'm walking to the train station. Or she'll call me 2 stops away. And I'm like, walking to the train station. And meet up with her. And then we walk home. I don't know. Just like I remember, she'd be like, can we go to Dunkin' Donuts? All these other places, and we get the vanilla lattes and this and that. I was like, the time I was like, yo, kids are just like a relationship. When the times that they're not around, you use all that time to do you for yourself, whatever it is you need to do. Shower up, listen to music, whatever it is you do it then. Because when they come back, you have to give them your attention. And you have to. He was like, all right. I said, just have patience, man. If you don't, you're going to lose them. You'll lose your kids if you don't have patience. You'll lose your girl if you don't have patience. You generally got to have patience. Things you thought you might get mad at, just go, what's up? And just deal with it. And learn how to cook. So then, he was like, learn how to cook? Why? I said, dude, if you go out all the time, you're going to be broke. I said, imagine you went and bought like a whole bunch of Chinese food or KFC and stuff like that. And now something happens. You know what I'm saying? That could have been used for a cab to go, to run to the hospital or go do something else. I was like, yo, you're going to have to be crafty in the kitchen. And don't try to buy high expensive stuff. Have a budget. Stick to the budget. Then he was like, all right, man. And I say, all the stuff you do now, you ain't going to be able to do it when you have the kid. You know what I'm saying? So get it out of your system now. So when the kid comes, you ain't going to be like, man, I remember I used to. Yeah, used to. It's not now. It ain't now. Kids are just like a relationship. When you by yourself, you can do all that stuff you want to do. It's you. It's you. It's just you. Once you get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, it's we. It's we all the time. We. When you're by yourself, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go to the store and eat. I'm gonna go to the Chinese store and eat. I'm gonna eat. Or I'm gonna go to McDonald's and eat. Red Lobster and eat. Go wherever and eat. Once you get a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a baby mother or a baby father or kids, it's not me anymore. It's what are we gonna eat? What are we gonna eat? You know what I'm saying? What are we gonna eat? I said, remember that. Don't be a selfish person. He's like, all right. Like, I remember there's times my baby mom would be like, what are you doing? And I'd be sitting there cooking mad different stuff. She's like, damn, you in the kitchen making what, a 3-course meal? And then I'm like, yeah, but the money we're saving, I'm like, do whatever we want with it. Yeah, and I don't know. And then there'd be times her friends would come over too, my baby mom's friends. And they'd like, taste this food I'm making. Damn, that tastes good. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, rather than going to the Chinese store, and then like after we buy all of this food now, 3 kids plus 2 grown-ups, do the math. That's a lot of food. That is a lot of food. It is, point blank. And water better be your friend after that. Either that or you're going to be drinking Kool-Aid. Because if you keep buying sodas all the time, you're going to kind of be broke. Either that or you're going to like develop some kind of problem. Like a skin problem or something like that. Or too much acid in your body. Too much this, too much that. Water better be your friend. Or Kool-Aid better be your friend. You better learn how to make iced tea or lemonade and stuff like that. a budget. He's like, all right, man. I said, I'm just telling you this now because most of the times people break up because money problems. It ain't necessarily because they don't even like each other. It's money problems. Money problems. And then that person probably go look towards another person that has more money than you, guy or girl. I was like, just have a calm attitude and learn how to do a budget. Make your girl your friend. Make your kids your friend. He's like, word? I was like, yeah. I said, everything's gonna be mad cool after that. Don't get mad over the little stuff. He's like, all right, man. And that's my story for today. Let me eat some more of this and I'm gonna be out. Thank you to my kids, Marcel, Talasia, and Janaya. I love you guys. Oh, I love their moms for making them. That's it for right now. I'm about full. I'm out. To all the families out there, people having kids right now, or already had kids, baby moms, baby fathers, husbands, wives, have patience with each other. Don't get mad over the little things. Listen to each other. Even if you don't want to, calm down and listen. Because then if y'all break up, you're going to wish you listened. Kids, listen to your kids too. You listen to them, then they're going to be like, this is the parent I could talk to. They always say there's a mean parent and there's the one that they could talk to. Listen to the kids. Just sit down, listen to them, chill. Watch cartoons with them. Whatever it is they watch it with them. Do it with them. They're going to remember it when they get older. I remember the stuff I did with my dad. I remember we used to always watch wrestling all the time. I remember stuff I did with my moms. We'd be in the car driving, and when the song that came on, we be singing it together, and we'd be laughing. Like, regardless if it was soca music, reggae music, or R&B music, we'd be sitting there laughing with each other, just singing the songs. And then even with rap, I'll be like listening to rap, and I'll be rapping, and then my mom be like, "What was that verse?" Well, she'll know some of the songs, and then she'll be like, she'll know some of the rap, and then she'll be like, "What was that part? I didn't catch that part." I'll tell her that part, and then the next time the song comes on, she's rapping the whole damn thing. Like, well, on that note, I love all you guys out there, my blazing nation. Be safe, love each other, listen to each other. Don't get mad at each other that quick. Have understanding for each other. Peace. I'm out.